Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world away. We now got issue 26, which is stages 95 to 98 of the Hero Collector and Eagle Moss release of Build the Ecto-1. Oh, it's good to be back by my little mini vacation there, and guess what? I'm off again tomorrow, so that's why I've jumbled things around about what videos I'm bringing out this week, because I really haven't got a clue at the moment. Anyway, listen, if you want to get this for yourself all the way from pack 1, and as you can see, we've been working a lot on the bodywork at the moment, looking like that. What I've done is I've put a link down here for the UK and the US sites. Just follow your territories link and you'll be able to get this all the way from where we start. Now, in the last issue, we did the right door. Now, if you remember what I said, I think it was issue 91, that the door is actually wrong. They are going to replace it so it doesn't have a wing mirror on it, but I've built the door anyway, because the reason that's important is that in today's issue we're going to be finishing that door that we're eventually going to have to swap out for another door, and then we're going to be doing the door behind it, the large middle door on the right hand side. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So as you can see here, stage 95, we're going to be adding a little bit more trim just to the inside of the door that we were working on last time. See what I mean about this wing mirror here? We're not going to have this part when that gets replaced. I believe that's in issue 107 they're going to do that for us. If you are watching this in the future though, going forward that probably wasn't a problem for you, so you're probably going to get the correct door straight away. We're going to be putting the barrel in for the lock of that door, and then we're going to be mounting the door to this almighty beast of a bodywork shell there. Once that's in place, put the hinge in place, and then we've got 3 doors in place there. So this Partworks upgrade mat is going to be invaluable today, because I'm going to be resting the door on it while I actually add some of the details for that. So let's turn it over, and as you can see, we've got 4 bits of trim panel that we're going to be putting on the inside of the door here. So first one I'm going to do is the one on this edge here. Now it has got a little slope on the side. This is the smallest one, and it's just basically putting them into the holes and pushing them in. Just like that, and we continue doing that for all the rest of them. Now it's best to line up the lugs. The lugs are going to be your guide to telling you which one goes where. So the longest one I've got is going on the top there. Then I've got 2 which are a similar size, so I'm guessing this one here goes in here. That looks perfect. Push that down. Excellent. And then the last one is going in here. Just moving that handle a little touch. Make sure they're all in. And that is the trim for the door in place. Now we're going to be mounting the door onto the vehicle. Before we do that though, I've got one tiny part here, very tiny, which is just the barrel for the door here. Now it has got a semicircular hole for this to go in, so it can only go in one way. Get that lined up, and we can push that all the way in. We then got to bring over this mighty vehicle here and turn it upside down. Now probably best to find on the top camera here, this is very hard to film, but we've got this tiny clip here that's going to go into the door. It's going to go on this way, so it completes the frame of the body here, and the clip is on this side, and it's going to be held in with a BM screw, which I've already put in a little bit of oil there. That's just going to go down the end, and that will hold that in lovely. And then what I can do is just put that again to one side, and then I've just had a quick move around of this here so I can see it, because we're actually going to be mounting the door now. So we've got the hinge, which is just here, and I'm going to put that into the holes there. Once I'm happy that it's sitting flat in there, I'm going to shut the door. As you can see, that's not fitting flat, so it is now. So now shut the door, turn it on its side here. So it's hard to see, but there's 2 holes for the hinge just on this side here. They're going to be held in with IM screws. Now I'm definitely putting oil on these, because these are going to need to be very tight. So that's one. Finally, there's the second one. That door's in place. What I'll do is once this is fully tightened, I'll open and shut it, make sure everything's working okay there. So I've got it on the side camera, so I should be open the door and shut, and it should fit fine. No gaps at the top. That looks perfect. Now in this stage, we also get the middle door now, which looks like that. And the first thing I'm going to do is just work on the hinge mechanism. So just like last time, having the hinge this way round, we're just going to lie that in there like that. Then we're going to be putting a tab over the top. That's going to keep it into place. We've got these little washers to put in. So I'll open them, put one there, and then they're going to be held in with the RM screws. These are the flanged screws. Bit of oil. And that's the first one. And just repeat for the one on the other side. Make sure there's no wobble in that hinge and the hinge is able to open, no problems at all. Turn it over, and we've got a handle now to put in. That's just going to go into this section here. Turn it over, and that one's going to be held in with an AM screw. Got that in here. And there we go. That's the handle in place, and that's all there is to do in that stage. Now, as you can see in stage 96 here, we've got the right door lock and side panels. So we're putting some trim in the inside. We're going to be creating the lock with the spring mechanism here. And then we're going to be left with a window as well, ready for the stage after that. So the first thing we do is with the door here, we've got the trim looking just like this. This is just going to be going underneath this section here, this way round, just like that. It's going to be held in with SM screws. Now these SM screws are tiny. So one in the top there, and then one each side. Once again, we've got the side panels for the doors to put in. We've done this plenty of times before. So we've got one which is going to go in here like this, and then we've got the smaller one here which is just going to go onto the other side just like that. Now those are going to be held in with DM screws. Just take it for a given that if I've mentioned the letter M, I'll put the screw in oil. So putting all these panels is 3 DM screws in total. Here's the last one. We can put that to one side just for a second while we make the lock mechanism. We should be a dab hand at this. We've done this 3 times now. So there's the spring. We're just going to be putting this on this section here, just like that. Then you want to put this whole thing just in this clip this way around, so the long end is going into the clip. The clip is going to mount to this section of the door here. There is a lug. I'm just lining up the hole that the bolt goes through, or the lock. Push this into place. A little bit tricky. And then that's held in with DM screw. I've already loaded a DM screw up on that. Make sure that's nice and tight, and if it works, should be able to push that in. You can see that clicks, no problems at all. And with that and the window, that's all there is to do in that stage. Now in stage 97, we're going to be doing the right rear door window frame. So just like last time, we've got some frame just to put on the door. We're putting in some with some sticky tape, which is already adhesive tape, should I say, which is already attached to the parts. So this is what the frame looks like, and all we're going to do is bring over the door, and this is just with the lugs on the back there, just going to push into the holes, making sure that we feed these tabs here just down to that section. So I'll line everything up here just like that and push that into place. That looks good. Excellent. When you clip these in, it should actually just sit in there on its own, but we are going to reinforce that with screws, and they're going to be OP screws just around these sections here. Now the OP screws are very tiny, but we need 5 of those. So we've got 3 at the top. And then we've just got 2 at the bottom here. 1 this side. And 1 this side. We've then got this trim panel to put on, and this is just going to go into the slot that we can just see there. Making sure we put it on the right way. It's going to go in like this. And then that's going to be held in on the other side here, just with some TM screws. If it's not sitting correctly, as in these not lining up, turn it round. Because I just put my one in upside down there. But I fixed it. Don't worry. Look, it's falling out again. Let's put that back in. Here's the first screw. Second one here. And there's the third one. All we've got to do then is just put these sticky panels on, or trim panels. The first one, the longest one, will be going just on the top there. And once again, it's just a case of just peeling off the adhesive tape from the back of it and just lining this up. That's the first one. Here's the second. Make sure it's tight up against the first one there. Excellent. And here's the third. So there you go. That's all the window frame in place. Now they've also provided this material here, which is going to be invaluable because when we have the window mechanism in here, the window is going to be going up and down on this section. And this is going to go just onto the lip there to stop it getting scratched. So we need to put this just on this silver edge here. Now, it probably does tell you to do that in the instructions, but to be honest with you, I can't see it anywhere. So I'm doing it anyway because this is what we did with the other doors. But with the other doors, I believe we only used a small piece. We didn't use the large piece like we got here. But that is going to stop the window scratching when it goes in. But that is all there is to do in that stage. Which leads us to the last stage of this pack, which means we're putting the gears in for the window winding mechanism, and that's all we're going to do. We're not actually going to mount this window in at all in this pack. So what we're going to do, just put the gears in. So what we want to do is grab the door trim looking like that, and with the gear this way around with a cog on top, that's just going to go in there like that, held in place with a HP screw. Just down the centre there. You want it tight, but not too tight that you can't turn the gear around. I think that's going to be perfect there. Then we've got this one here, which is going to eventually attach to the window. That's going to go on the bottom here. And make sure that when you put it in, that the teeth are engaged. You shouldn't be able to move that, or if you do, it's going to actually turn the top one just like that. Now when you put the cog in here, this is going to be held in with a UP screw. Make sure it's engaged in there. The UP screw is a flange screw. That just goes in the top there. Just check it fits okay. Yep, no problems at all. And then all we've got to do then is these little adhesive stickers that I mentioned. We're just going to take these off the sticky and line them just on this window ledge here, or the top of the door card panel there. And again, that's going to help to make sure that when the windows go up and down, they're not going to scratch. Now they've put them just at the top of these beams here, so I'm just going to mirror what they've done there. There must be a reason why they've located them there. That's the second. Just reposition the first one there, and there we go. they're both in place, and that is all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. So we've done the door trim, we've worked on the door, we've mounted the other door, and we have this window spare as well. Looks like we're going to be finishing these doors in the next stage. As a matter of fact, let me just show you what's coming in the next stage, which I'm absolutely right. As you can see, we're finishing the back section off here. Then it looks like we're starting the rear door there as well. But we spent a good 2 or 3 packs doing the doors now, and I have seen in the chat regarding window scratching, that's what those adhesive pads are for, to stop that happening. It basically just cushions the windows. It goes up and down in the mechanism there. So do make sure they're put in place, because they're really important. But really do hope you like that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Next video on the channel is going to be Monday now, and I think you all know what that's going to be. It's the video I should have been putting out today. And there is going to be a live stream tonight on the channel. Other than that, take care.